Yeah, on God, I be getting money, that's my job. Yeah, out here and I'm repping for my squad. Yeah, I don't fuck with you cause you a fraud. Yeah, that's on God.
Hey, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to episode 5 of the Mike North podcast. I'm your host, Mike North, and I'm just here to let you know that you're gonna make it. Let's go. All right, so what's good, ladies and gentlemen? Man, I just want to welcome you back. Those that are, first-time viewers, welcome. Those that are, coming back, watching and subscribing, I'd like to thank you. Yeah, man, almost didn't make it this week. I missed Monday, but you know what I mean? We still doing it. We still here this week, so you know what I mean? That is what it is. That's what I like to say. It's one of my best sayings is, it is what it is. It's actually deeper if you really think about it, because it is pretty deep. And you know what I mean? Sometimes you can't change things. It is what it is. You know what I mean? You just gotta live with it. That's one of my big mantras. If you're feeling uneasy about the future, just have faith, my brothers and sisters. Just know you've been through worse. You made it through hell already. You're gonna get through this. Man, we're living in some crazy times right now. A lot of us lost our family, lost our jobs, and some of us lost our sense of purpose. But I want you to know that you're here for a reason. You're here for a purpose in this universe. Universe meaning system of one. Meaning everything is connected. The world needs you. It's up to you to find your purpose. What have you made it through? Have you overcame addiction? That's an accomplishment in itself. And there's somebody out there that needs to hear your story. Have you made it out the hood? That's an accomplishment in itself. There's someone out there that needs to hear your story. What have you done? Are you a single mother that got her kids back? The world needs your story. There's someone out there that needs to hear you. And I encourage you, start your own podcast, write your own book, start your own blog. Everything that you've been thinking about, you can do, because it all starts in the mind. It all starts with self-belief. You have to believe in yourself first. Don't worry about if other people don't believe in you. A lot of these other people don't even believe in themselves. You need to believe in yourself first. That's the major key. It's your story, man. You know how hard it is to work it, to get up every day before the sun does. Go to a job that doesn't give a fuck about you. All to hear heck from a supervisor who's mad at his life because he's been there for 20 years and he was scared to take risks. Nah, man, that's not life. That's not life. You weren't put on this planet to just work a job and die. You were put here to help people. Now you gotta ask yourself: Are you gonna help people, or are you gonna hurt people? There's really no in between. You either helping or you're hurting in the world. Your journey is a blessing, and your blessing is a journey. I'm gonna say that again. Your journey is a blessing, and your blessing is a journey. What do I mean by that? I mean, I know you've been through hell. I know you've been through hard times. I know shit was crazy for you. I know the cards were stacked against you. But that only made you tougher. That only made you a better person. So that journey that was hell was actually a blessing in disguise.
It's been hard in America.
You could continue to live in hell, or you could find your blessing through that journey and realize that your journey is a blessing and your blessing is the journey. I want to share a story of one of the toughest days of my life. I was 19 years old and I just got locked up. First time, I did small time before in the youth center, the youth detention center, but this is my first time locked up in the big adult jail, adult prison, right? So I'm in provincial jail. I was in Henley at this point. And the toughest part, I'm gonna tell you, the toughest part about going to jail was trying to keep up a relationship with my baby mother. You know what I mean? That was probably the worst part about it. I was trying to keep some type of relationship up with her so I could hear from my kid. I just had my son at that point. He was, I think, 1.5 when I went to jail. And so I'm in jail for about 6, 7, 8 months, and I get sentenced. Now this is the day I get sentenced. I'm getting transferred actually to Stony Mountain, which is the federal penitentiary. This is like, where all the career criminals go. And so I'm getting transferred, and I call my baby mother just to tell her that I'm getting transferred. I might not be able to call you for a couple of weeks. And on this day is the day that she decides to break up with me. So not only am I getting transferred to a place that I hear all types of crazy stories about, she breaks up with me on the same day. And a lot of people have been through breakups before, but when you're in jail, you can't be really crying and stuff. You know what I mean? So I had to suck it up. I took the call like a G. I got on the bus and I'm heading to the federal penitentiary, and in this other, the other cage, is this other native guy. And when we get there, we get in the cells and he pulls out a shank. I'm like, whoa, I didn't get the message. I'm like, was I supposed to bring one too? Like,
yeah, it's true. We can make it through all this. We might be better off one day.
the toughest times of my life, but it made me a tougher person, and it made me be able to speak from it from a place of experience. So when I tell these young cats, when I tell my brothers or something, don't do this, I'm talking from a place of experience. I've been to jail. I've been, attempts on my life. I've been there, and that's not a fun place to be. Let me know some of the toughest things that you've been through. When we share our stories, we empower others, and that's important. Until next time, my friends, remember to always elevate. Peace.